Look at all of this I, self, me everywhere. Yeah, I, self, me. These are all the people, the woke agenda, that want to run around, and they've infiltrated every institution, including AA, and they've changed it. They have. In 2020, the AA online virtual meeting started adding, and this AA's never done this because there's never any reason to, but they added a thinly veiled threat saying, quote, "We will not tolerate racist, homophobic, sexist, or transphobic rhetoric in this space." They did that online. Were you doing that in meetings too, like live meetings? Because that's why you hate the old timers. The problem is that you have woke, is that there's Gen X out here. Yeah, see, you probably should, you bit off more than you could chew when you decided to infiltrate AA. You just thought, oh, we just have to wait for the baby boomers to die. No, Gen X is more hardcore than the baby boomers. I mean, well, especially ones that are recovering alcoholics a couple of decades. There, you know how many? There's more Gen Xers that are recovering alcoholics than ever that won't put up with this bullshit. I mean, we're not going to go picking a fight, but you come in and try to destroy something, and because we know, again, alcoholics God blessed us with a bullshit barometer, okay? And this is all bullshit. I mean, look at it's all about, it's all about you, it's all about self, it's all about me. So there's no way you work in AA. You can't. You're not there to get help. You're there to destroy, just like you've destroyed everything else. You've destroyed society. You are literally the serpent from the very beginning that deceived Adam and Eve. It's the same thing. I mean, for those that don't know, I think most people know, right, about what the woke ideology is. I mean, they're like the biggest hypocrites of all. So of course, if them going into AA, old timers would be like, come on, stop, this is ridiculous. But what's really sick about you guys is that you know that you're up to no good. You know you're not about social justice. You know you're about creating injustice. You're about creating selfishness. You're about creating narcissism, creating sociopathy. You're just about creating disaster and destruction everywhere you go. And is there people that have been pulled in by your bullshit? Yes. And hopefully they get away from it, okay? But all these young people believing that this is somehow the way the world, yeah, okay. A world full of selfishness. A world full of people that don't know themselves in here one single bit, but want to tell the rest of the world how it's unjust. And that's what Satan is, though. He's the biggest hypocrite of all. There's no bigger hypocrite than Satan. The woke ideology broadly refers to a heightened awareness, except their heightened awareness is at everything outside themselves. So when the alcoholic truly that wants to get help comes into AA, I've talked about this before, through the steps or through the process of going through the steps, even in the first, what we quickly learn is, oh yeah, we're blaming all the world. We're pointing our finger here and there. Look, you made me drink. It's you. It's social injustice, social inequality. That's the reason I drink. That's what these people bring. Complete opposite of anything to do with justice or fairness or equality. It's all the opposite of that. So that's what I mean when somebody enters AA, God quickly strips us of the ego, because what is attached to the ego? The identity. This is all identity. Woke on the face of it is identity. It's what it worships. It worships self. It's very much like a the atheist, but 100 times worse, because the atheist is a religion of self. This just takes it to the next level of, being the serpent on the tree, really. It is. So they point their finger at everybody else, but never point that finger at themselves and say, what's wrong with me? So that's why old timers and Gen X is going to call you out on your bullshit. Normally we would just say nothing. We would just, because we don't get involved in outside issues. But since you wanted to bring your issues, you wanted to bring your social and justice selves into the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous and infiltrated the general service offices of Alcoholics Anonymous, then it's time that Gen X recovering alcoholics stand up and call this out, because you know what this bullshit is. This is the very shit that drove you into Alcoholics Anonymous. Because who is the bottle, the alcohol? It's the spirits. This is all sorts of spirits. All sorts of spirits. Spirits of BLM, spirits of LGB 569, whatever number, letter, I mean, it's spirits galore. There's probably more spirits of this than there is in spirits of alcohol, period. It's all different spirits of the same serpent that was at the very beginning. That's how he does it. They have a heightened awareness and an active attention to social inequalities, injustices, especially regarding race, gender, sexuality, and other identity markers. Yeah, well, that's the problem they have, period, is their identity. Again, God strips the alcoholic right away, because the miracles that go on in AA before the serpent decided to enter is God strips you immediately of the ego, because of the identity that ego creates for itself. So, what you gonna do there, woke? You gonna just sit back and wait for all of Gen X to die? I don't think that's gonna help you. You're the problem. I mean, you couldn't possibly even be about social justice, because the only people that would truly be about social justice is people that know themselves. You don't even know yourselves, because you're still tied to all your identities. I mean, that's all this is. Oh, I'm part of BLM. Yeah, and an identity. Woke itself being an identity. A bunch of different identities, but all the same, trans, cisgender, whatever you want to call it, all identity. You're the people that are the injustice in the world, while you point your finger at everybody else and saying this is unjust and this is unjust. The greatest hypocrite in the world is Satan. Woke is Satan. And then this had happened, I think it was in 2020. Another member, Justin D., says that another reason changes should rarely occur, this is in AA, is that they are hard to reverse. At LGBTQ meeting he attends in Baltimore, which began as a meeting for gays and lesbian, a young woman joined the group and began demanding changes to the opening literature because people were being misgendered. Yeah, so see, that's just insanity. All of it is insane. I mean, on the face of it, you can't mix with Alcoholics Anonymous. You've come in and you'll change it and you'll destroy it like you've destroyed all the institutions. But that's what Satan does. But God has another plan that he's at work doing. Mm-hmm. All these identities. And it's the very problem that alcoholics learn is the biggest problem with us, is our ego. Because God can't help anybody that's going to continue to let their ego, their identity, rule them. Because that's what you give your will over to, and then you want to be the biggest hypocrites in the world and tell everybody else what's wrong with them.